Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Um, so it's come to me exactly how I need to move forward with sharing with my message that I'm supposed to bring. Um, and I knew that I needed to share my experience because that's all I have to share is my experience. To get away from theories and what other people think and my own blocks, basically. Thinking too hard, trying to make things perfect, trying to prove my message. So, that was very stressful trying to think of how to do those things and get this message across. And so, what came to me is that I just need to share exactly what I'm experiencing and what I'm living day to day. Uh, I just got out of a hape ceremony, and it made everything very clear for me. It moved blocks um, and gave me conviction and confidence in moving forward. So what I'm about to read is I had went into ceremony last night with both hape and marijuana. I had quit smoking marijuana for a few weeks, and when I did, I a couple weeks later, my intuition told me that I needed plant medicine in order to help me access these things that had been stagnant within inside me, tools within inside me that I haven't utilized or been able to utilize because the way I picture it is there's dust on them, right? They're rusty, they need attention. And so it came to me that marijuana was going to be something for me to use um, as a gift to me to be able to unblock these things and start dusting the cobwebs off of them and cleaning the rust off and getting them working and functioning properly the way they should. Uh, Last time when I quit, I was fierce in my conviction at the moment that, I needed to do it for my discipline and realizing that the epiphany that I had about that was that, I had to because I have always lived in extremes. And so finding this balance, the perfect balance of the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and combining them as one as they should be, to operate smoothly and with confidence moving forward. It's a very hard thing to do. Um, you have to get rid of a lot of uh, doubt and uncertainty after you've processed and accepted, your journey and how you're even here at this moment, and realizing the things, how you've affected things around you and yourself. Um, it's something that was very difficult for me. It's been very difficult for me. I'm making huge breakthroughs on that recently. Uh, just um, with that constant desire and intention and dedication to the truth, embracing the truth, accepting it and embracing it. And that would be because, the truth in every aspect isn't accepted in society and culture and these traditions, um, everything that we've been ingrained with is to hold on to what is, and our only guidance that we're allowed to have is that through our peer groups or um, governments, institutions, education, teachers, leaders, experts, and on and on and on. And so embracing this is something that, because it's so opposite from what we've been told and what we've been imbued with, it really, in order to fully embrace it, you're having to accept it with every fiber of your being, with every cell. Because if one part of you is hesitant or doubtful or uncertain moving forward, it's going to affect the whole way, whether that leadership or that message comes across. Um, and for me, it just makes it very hard to get things out. It makes it very hard to um, know how to move forward, because you're listening to your intuition, you're getting more in tune with your intuition, but at the same time, you're still calming that mind that tells you you constantly have to do and produce, and all the ways that physical manifestations, whether it be money or new things, that prove that you're doing right, that prove that you're on the right path. So so what I'm going to be doing is I'll be sharing these writings that I'm doing when I get out of ceremonies, um, so you guys can see the experiences that I'm having, um, and that is the most honest, open way I can think to deliver this message. Um, and so again, going back to the marijuana and the hop egg, this is a very, very sacred thing that I do. I take it very seriously. There's time to prep beforehand, to get me, centered and right and grounded. My intentions are clearly set and fully embraced within me, both mentally and in my heart, um, and operating as one. And so yeah, so with going back to the marijuana real quick, so one of the things I had to break was because I was so disciplined, and because of my shame and fear. Oh, that's another thing that I'll be sharing in a video, is the recognition of how deeply ingrained that shame and fear is. Um, from my childhood personally, but also just in general for all of us, through societies and the education system and everything else, the structures of power that this matrix has placed over us, to limit our own selves. Um, I sat there for a week. It was 2 weeks that I quit, and then I sat there for a week, and I was like, man, my intuition just was like banging at me, like, dude, you got to get over yourself. You have to accept the new. The old is gone. It's done. You're not feeding that anymore. You've been feeding this new, and this new is a whole different way of operating. And in order to fully embrace what it has in store for you, what's always been there, that was your birthright, you have to accept the path. You have to accept your journey. You have to accept that, there are, because you are a physical manifestation, that there are steps to take in order to get through this. And by sharing why my message is so important is because, people can see where I've come from, and they can see how I've gotten to where I'm at now, and it helps to enlighten those who are open to shifting their own perspectives and are tired of being limited and living in fear and doubt and worry and the necessity for things outside yourself. So you know I went to the kids, to Gwen and Brandon, because I am an example. I am the leader here, and I just explained to them what was going on, that I had this battle going on inside me, and but that my conviction that what my intuition was telling me was correct, that I needed to use this plant medicine as as going forward right now in this path on my journey, in order to break down the rest of these barriers and dig out the rest of the old and make it room for the expansiveness of the new, the unlimited potential of the new. So that's just a little background on that. Feel free to ask questions, guys. I'm ready. I'm ready to. I'm ready to take on that unknown of what people are going to ask. How am I going to answer? I just feel so much more calmer about everything, confident. And anyways, yeah, feel free to ask questions. I'm sure there's going to be many. Again, this is just me sharing exactly word for word what I wrote down after coming out of ceremony last night. It was over a 2-hour ceremony. And so I hope this, will help shed some light on your own journeys. Beautiful. What an amazing existence. So closely connected to all. This life is a blessing. Every moment. I want to be abundant in all aspects of this life. So abundant that I can freely give and be that light in the darkest of all places. According to the divine will. Shining so bright for all to see across all space and time. Bringing life, healing for all. This is who I am. A divine conduit. My purpose is clear. To be beautiful. I saw the entire light spectrum. Amazing. Don't forget who you are. Limitless. So intimately connected with all that is. Separated in nothing. Egyptian Book of the Dead. Horus, Hermes. Hieroglyphs. Possibly Trismegistus. Breathed life into all of Egypt, to everything across all space and time. Connected powerfully with all other hubs of light across all space and time. Utilizing all power coming from source into that central hub. Pulling all life force energy from Earth within that hub across all space and time and flowing upwards. Hubs connected to hubs. Other light workers. United in bringing life to this creation. Generating outwards along these connection routes back to source, back to Mother Earth, back along the routes they came, creating such a magnetism with a force that strained to be contained within. Smaller hubs appearing out of the dark, rising up and connecting in the same manner, all sources feeding each other. Mother Earth exploded with such a force from every hub the dark disappeared. Across all space and time everything was alive. That all-encompassing light bore forth upwards and was met by the explosion of life force encompassing the dark with equal speed to the center, where just when you thought they could get no brighter, a light so bright pulsed through everything that was. Sitting here now thinking about it, I wanted to return, which I did quickly. So, I was writing this after ceremony. My writing's a little hard to read after ceremonies because I'm still coming back into physicality completely. But yeah, sitting here now thinking about it, I wanted to return, which I did quickly. To accept and feel that pure energy is a miracle, as yet to come to pen and paper. There was so much to experience in this trip. Will have to take a break and allow myself to integrate into the physical and know what my next step is. We'll see if I can sleep or continue relating such a profound part of my journey. We are so much more than what our culture and society has led us to believe. It's all about perspective. If we can just let our guards down and collectively go back and heal every part of us, starting with this physical incarnation and then across all space and time, we can once again return to the natural state of life, harmony, symbiotic mutual bliss. And there was a quick, probably 5 minute break where I grabbed pineapple juice and cayenne. I eat pineapple, or I put pineapple, I cut, sorry, I cut pineapple up and freeze it. I throw it in the fridge, and as the pineapple falls, it explodes with juice. Usually the quart-sized freezer bag will be halfway full of juice, and the pieces are so swollen they melt in your mouth. I sprinkle cayenne onto the top, and it's truly one of the most life-giving energies you can consume from Earth. The whole fiber of your being springs to life. I still drink juice, and that's like Miracle-Gro for the body. Every cell lights up. What a gift. When you change your perspective, you can awaken to the miracle in every moment. I'm so grateful as my days are spent in this beautiful state of being, more and more as I continue to assert my authority to where I place my attention. I choose to be in alignment of thoughts, words, and actions, body, mind, and spirit, and with my purpose in this physical incarnation according to the divine will and for the greater good of all. I am saved, rescued from my own pit of despair and confusion, brought to the light, renewed by remembering who I am. And claiming my birthright. No longer trapped in a narrow perspective based on a life of despair, but realizing through humbleness and humility how powerful I am, limitless, bound only by my consent. My eyes now see. It's been here all along, waiting to be accepted with an open heart, fueling an open mind. The childlike innocence of purity, accepting all that is. Understanding that at its core it is all and all is it. No separation other than gathering together to manifest every unique physical manifestation in existence. Connected to all, the miracle of life. Constant transmutation, magical. Through this perspective, with this understanding, gratefulness pours forth. My cup runneth over. I give to all who will receive. I am joyful. This is bliss. Waiting, ever waiting to be actualized. Available and there freely to be embraced at any time. Wholeness. 30-minute break. I received more answers and insights as to my Egyptian and astral origins tonight. We'll shorthand here what I might be able to recall. It's just before midnight, and I sat in ceremony for just over 2 hours, and have been taking writing for about an hour and a half, ready to lay down. We'll try and recount it the best I can tomorrow, as the body and mind are asking for rest. So that breaks through on how I'm going to move forward. I'll be going back. I've been writing a lot. I'll be going back and trying to piece together my journey over the past 7 months or whatever it's been since I got really sick last summer, and pretty much quit making videos, except for the few Hape videos that I had put up and yoga videos I had put up a couple months ago, I think. So yeah, I'll be going back and piecing together, all the writings I've done, which those really didn't even start till about a month ago, I think. And then just out of memory and little notes that I've taken prior to that, I'll try to piece together as best I can what led me to this point. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. It was just my own blocks and my own not fully embracing my trust and confidence in myself, and that's gone now. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope this sparks a light within those who are ready to accept a different perspective and truly understand how powerful they are. That's why I'm here. That's my purpose, is to lead by being that light, to open that to open that door that has been slammed shut for so long on humanity, for most of us anyways, that we are trying to access or even acknowledge that's there. So whatever I can do to bring clarity to any of this, let me know. And like I said, I hope everybody's doing well. And man, I really, really wish for all of you to be able to recognize who you truly are. Absolutely beautiful. Take care, everybody.